Crater Lake, a wonder of the American wild, a mountaintop miracle, a big blue thing in the sky that isn't also the sky. Crater Lake is a beauty born of cataclysm, a volcanic eruption unlike anything the continent had felt in a million years, followed by centuries of snowmelt accumulating within its vast crater, went on to form one of the world's deepest lakes. Located high in what we're now calling the Cascade Mountains of what we're now calling Oregon, what we're now calling Crater Lake defies description. Its waters are so mythically blue, they've captured the human imagination for millennia. From the first Klamath shamans to the most recent, retired national park visitors. To quote author Jack London, "Never again can I gaze upon the beauty spots of the earth and enjoy them as being the finest thing I have ever seen. Crater Lake is above them all." And to quote a current park ranger, who will remain anonymous, "It's a big hole filled with rainwater. Both are correct." Correctness is a surprisingly rare quality for visitors to this place, which is why we aren't going to concern ourselves with them. Rather, we'll concern ourselves with the plants, animals, and unique features that call this place home. Features like me. I am the old man. A hemlock log that's been floating vertically in Crater Lake. Day after day, season after season, for well over 130 years. Together, we will go on a journey of discovery to see Crater Lake National Park with new eyes. My eyes, which do not actually exist, because I am a log. Well, I guess that was my opening monologue, which is appropriate, considering I am a monolog. First and foremost, I'm the old man, though I'm not so much a man as I am a big stick, and I'm not so much old as I am dead. But then again, oversized toothpick corpse doesn't have as much of a ring to it, I suppose. Regardless, I will be your host, which is appropriate considering humanity is a virus. Rest assured, I have a great deal of experience, having served as host to numerous species of algae, and also this one guy who got lost on safari. So I don't know too much about humans, besides you live short, frantic lives of collective harm. But I've been told you like stories with bright colors and fast movements and little cute things with enormous eyes. So I will do my best to provide you with those as we explore the stories behind Crater Lake. 7,000 tree rings ago, or 3.5 Jesuses, however you prefer to measure time, this place was called Giwas by the Klamath people and was revered as a sacred place. When the volcano here erupted, it exploded into clouds of ash that blocked out the sun, turning the day into night. Well, not literally, it was more of a cloud of ashy death blocking the sun. The Klamath say that it was then that Skell, the champion of the overworld, defeated the champion of the underworld, Lau, causing the mountain to collapse in on itself. This story is sick as hell and should be the subject of a high-concept metal album, which we would have created ourselves, but we didn't have the budget to do the Klamath justice, which is the same thing the US government has been saying for 100 years. Today, these sacred oral traditions are still evident at Crater Lake. As we travel through the park, you can observe Lau Rock overlooking Wizard Island, said to be the head of the god of the underworld himself. Though, the geologic history of Crater Lake tells a different, albeit far more boring, story of its creation. According to modern geologists, Crater Lake was created by the eruption of Mount Mazama, a huge cinder cone volcano. Let's go to scientists to hear their story.
Let's talk volcanoes! These are volcanoes that were made by adults, obviously. Volcanoes are what happens when the earth blows chunks. Crater Lake was formed by a volcano erupting. Imagine this volcano was Mount St. Helens. That's cool, I guess. Meh. Imagine this volcano is Mount Mazama. Just think that entire eruption happened in a single afternoon. When is the last time you blew up your life? I wanted more fire.
Once Mount Mazama blew its top, cracks opened and the lava drained away, leaving an empty space under the big heavy volcano cone. Then, much like a cartoon coyote who found himself with nothing beneath him, or our global biome over the next century, the volcano collapsed, creating the big hole in the earth we see today, and that we call a caldera. Over the next few hundred years, snow and rainwater would fill this caldera with over 4 trillion gallons of water, creating the deepest lake in the US and the 9th deepest lake in the world. No rivers flow into or out of it, making it one of the cleanest, clearest, bluest lakes in the world. It was this blueness that has entranced people's attention, from the first peoples all the way to this continent's most invasive species, Americans. In 1853, white people discovered Crater Lake in the same way that in 2021 the internet discovered Brendan Fraser. The first non-Klamath eyes to gaze upon Crater Lake belonged to an American ass. No, not this random white guy, the actual donkey he was riding. The American ass on this American ass was named John Wesley Hillman, and he christened the lake even though nobody asked for a baptism.
Deep Blue Lake.
Hillman went on to marry his cousin. Yikes. It was a different time. Then, 9 years later, Chauncey Nye manifest destined his way into discovering it all over again, mustering all his creative energy to name it
Blue Lake.
For years, this brilliance continued.
Water place. Tiny ocean. White man lake.
Finally, in 1902, through the efforts of William Gladstone Steele, who devoted his life to the exploration of the caldera, Crater Lake formally became America's 5th national park. These are just a few of Crater Lake's stories, and humans love stories. Thing is, I'm a tree. I don't deal in stories. I deal in sap and splinters, and that's what I intend to give you. A few fragmented parts of a far greater whole, and that, with any luck, might stick with you for longer than you expected, might even get under your easily penetrable skin. But I'll warn you, if it does, you might just end up learning something. And if you learn something, you might just end up caring. And if you end up caring, you might even end up taking some action. And if you take some action, you might just end up with a tote bag. Or a 15-year sentence for protecting water from Nestle. But I know, human attention spans are nearly as brief as their lifespans. And a promise is a promise. So, without further ado, let us commence with the bright colors and fast movements and little cute things with enormous eyes. Ugh.